Thank you and good afternoon. This is Sam Vaughn for Sam's Sports Report. The Bears have additional offseason moves so far this season. Got Keenan Allen from the Chargers. That trade was executed for a fourth round pick. This is a good trade for the Bears, I believe. The Bears are trying to surround talent much like they did with Patrick Mahomes with the Chiefs. We'll see how well that goes. Keenan Allen is now 31 years old, though. And has had an excellent career. He had 1,200 yards this season. And then in 2021, he had another 1,000-yard season. 2019, he had a 1,000-yard season. 2018, he had a 1,000-yard season. 2017, he had a 1,000-yard season. And in his rookie year, 2013, he had a 1,000-yard season. And now we move on to what the Bears have done this offseason. Bears have acquired DeAndre Swift, Keenan Allen, who we just talked about, great, Gerald Everett, Kevin Bernard, center Coleman Shelton, and defensive back Edmonds. If we did not repeat that, wide receiver Keenan Allen, running back DeAndre Swift, former Eagle, former Charger, tight end Gerald Everett, former Charger, Kevin Bernard, don't know, Coleman Shelton, don't know, and Jonathan Owens, don't know. But they're trying to surround talent for the Bears for them this offseason, and I think it's working out pretty good. Anytime you get a player like Keenan Allen, it's working out pretty good. That we follow from former Dolphin Caleb Willamson goes to the Saints for a 2-year deal. Former Chief. And the Kansas City Chiefs have a new weapon. Former Raven, Cardinal, Hollywood Brown, Marquise Brown. Marquise Brown is expected to sign a 1-year, $11 million. What do I think of the deal? I think it's good. And maybe he can turn it around for Patrick Mahomes. He has played with Lamar Jackson and Kyle Murray, who's not any good. So we'll see on that. The Vikings have received number 23 pick and number 232. Texans received number 42, number 188, and a second-round draft pick in 2025 as they exchange draft picks and trade. And that's it for football. Wrapping up final scores from yesterday, we went through the other games, Providence, Creighton, and all those games. You can check out there on yesterday's sports. Last night, though, NC State beat Duke on an upset, 74-69, in the ACC quarterfinals. That's the top 25 scores right now. Daquan beats Dayton 65-57. Washington beats Stanford drillingly 79-62. Colorado State beats Nevada 85-78. Marquette beats Villanova 71-65. And Baylor beats Cincinnati again, another score not very close in Kansas City. Has had that the last couple days. Not very close games. 68-56. Baylor over Cincinnati. We'll go over today's Big 12 tournament games. We'll do that first. Texas Tech and Houston, 6 p.m. Houston is favored by 9.5. Texas Tech is 25. Houston is 1. And the late game in Kansas City, Baylor will get a hell of a matchup. Iowa State, Baylor. ISU is favored by 1.5. 8:30, ESPN. Rest of the games for the top 25. Michigan State will play Purdue. Number 3, 7.5 is the line. Tennessee will play Mississippi State. 10.5 is the line. South Carolina will play Auburn. 7.5 is a line. In the SEC tournament, UConn will play St. John's in the Big East, 4:30. Ohio State, Illinois, number 13, 5:30. Houston, Texas Tech, 9.5, 6 o'clock. North Carolina, Pittsburgh, number 4, North Carolina, 6 o'clock. Number 9, Kentucky against Texas A&M, 5.5. Kentucky favored in the SEC quarterfinals. You saw Auburn and South Carolina were in that as well. Alabama will play Florida in that one as well at 8:30. Oregon, and as if for the SEC, Oregon will play Arizona. Arizona favored by 11.5. Game time 7 o'clock. Marquette versus Providence. That game tips off at 7. 4.5 is a line. San Diego State, Utah State. San Diego State is favored by 3.5. Utah State is number 18 though. In the final game of tonight, Colorado and Washington will play 9:30. Colorado is favored by 2.5. This is Sam Vaughn for Sam Sports Report.
I'm not saying they couldn't.
Oh, I'm just saying that that's what's happened. We've said in spite of that, in spite of that, in spite of that, and we've won.
However, this time you're going against history to try to do something that's never happened. So I think you'd have a better chance of doing it with Chris Jones than without. Can we agree on that?
I mean,
it's going to be hard either way because 3 championships in a row is
I don't
raining.
think they'll win 3 championships in a row anyways, but I don't think it will be because of Chris Jones not being here.
I could agree with that. I'm just saying that if that's, obviously the players aren't going to say there's no way we're winning 3 championships in a row.
Yeah.
If they're going for that, it's easier with Chris Jones and with Jarius Sneed than it is without one or both of them.
Yeah, I personally wouldn't sign Chris Jones, but I mean, maybe, but
yeah, and like
27.6 where the prime of your career hits, and Chris Jones is going to turn 30.
Right. So that's part of why if one of them's going to go, I would say let it be him, which it kind of would stink, but it's not personal, it's business.
Although I do think cornerbacks are easier to find than defensive ends, and I think our defensive end is worse than our without Chris Jones than our cornerbacks.